I'm Gerald Bentley. This is Wrestling with Sales. Today, I want to talk about making the hot tag. Now, I don't have a tag team championship belt, but I have a heavyweight championship belt. Just to beat in the point that you become the champion by winning. You become the champion by closing deals. That's what works. Everywhere around the country, though, there's salespeople that are struggling right now. They're losing deals. They're walking people out the door. They're not getting people into the door to even get their information, to give themselves a chance to sell something. And what they're not doing is they're not making the hot tag. Every great tag team match, go back to the old days, the Rock and Roll Express, the Midnight Express, the Road Warriors. When one of them was getting beat down, maybe Robert Gibson was getting beat down, and he made a lunge across the ring and tagged in Ricky Morton. That was the hot tag, and that turned the momentum. And then the Rock and Roll Express won the match. Or the Rockers with Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty. Every match, there was a point where one of the guys was getting beat down. He did everything he could, and he had to reach over and tag out. That's what's not happening a lot of times when the sales rep's losing the person without ever even getting to ask them to buy the vehicle. They'll tell you, and they'll tell themselves, I did everything. I did everything right. I put myself in the position to sell that car. I asked every question you could ask, and the customers are just crazy. They didn't want to say yes. That's why they left. But in a moment of honesty, if they were documenting, jotting down everything they said to the customer, maybe just taking notes on their phone, sending text to the CRM of what they actually said, they'll find out they didn't really say everything. Heck, they may not have even asked the customer, hey, what made you choose us first? Why'd you come here? What brought you to our dealership? You were at another dealership. You didn't buy it. What happened? I want to make sure I don't make the same mistake the other dealership made. In all probability, none of those questions were ever asked. But if you believe you asked every question, then you're convinced you did, so you just keep making the same mistakes over and over and over again. The biggest mistake you can make there, and that's where the tag team comes in, is not tagging out to your manager. You've just been getting beat down. You're getting nowhere. You're going to get pinned. You're going to lose the match. You're going to lose the sale. That's when you need to make a lunge and tag in the manager. Let them take a swing. Let them try. They're fresh. They can come off the top rope and maybe ask a question that nobody else has asked that day that turns the sale and takes it from a missed opportunity to a close. But you got to give them the chance, him or her. You got to tag them in because you tried. You did everything you could. Legitimately, you did try. You're out of ideas. That's when you need to tag out. That's when you need the TO. Because that's why the managers are there. They're there to drive the sale. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if your policy is the manager comes out at the second pencil if you never get to a pencil. That opportunity's gone. You never advanced them to that point. You lost. You got pinned. You're done. That's why you need to tag out. It's a tag team. There's two people in every sale. Sometimes three. There's the salesperson, there's the sales manager, and then there's usually a general sales manager or there's a finance manager. Somebody can come in and try. You can tag to a fresh person. There's not many tag team matches that have happened where only one person ever gets in the ring and the other person just stands on the outside watching. You're tagging out. When you run out of gas, when you're getting beat down, that's when you need to tag somebody in. There's no set rule. If the customer's not connecting with you, if you're getting nothing, if whatever you ask, their question's response ends up with, I'm just looking. You were just here. That's why I came here. I don't have a budget. You're not getting there. That's when you need to tag. Because the manager may be able to come over and go, oh, hey, you don't have a budget. That's fine. So you're paying cash for the vehicle? Oh, no, no, no. I'm going to finance. Okay, great. You're going to finance. So payment doesn't matter? Oh, no, payment doesn't matter. Okay, so you're all right with about $1,000 a month? Because we can get that done. You ask somebody, are you okay with $1,000 a month? I'm pretty confident you'll get an answer. And the answer will be something like, oh, no, I can't do that. All right, hey, fair. I just want to figure out where we need to be at, and that way we can get you the right vehicle. We can back into it. Does that sound fair? The customer answers yes to that. Now you're recovered. Now you're in a position where you can figure out a car that hits a payment close to where they want to be at. You get tagged back in, and now you get to try again with a different answer, with a different footing. It's a lot better alternative than just letting the customer leave because you couldn't get that initial answer. So to sales reps, make the managers work. Make your partner get up, jump over the ropes, and get in the ring. Let them fight some. Let them fight to get the deal for you. Then, once you're back on a good footing, you got your momentum back, you can tag back in and try to run it to the finish, try to get the pin. And if not, then on the second pencil, tag the manager back in and go in and get the close. You got to look at every sale opportunity as it's a tag team match, because it is. You're not the only person that needs to talk. And if you're not getting the answers to the questions you're asking, that's when you need to tag. It could be at any point in the transaction. If you guys have a guest sheet, if you have a registration sheet, and you can't get the customer to fill out the registration sheet, that's a time for a tag. Right then. Have a manager that you can text message while you're on the lot. And the text can just be, I need a tag. And get them to come out and meet you. It's better than having the customer leave with nothing. And at least then, you're not going to get asked by the manager, hey, why'd you let that person leave? Why'd they go? Because guess what? You didn't let the person leave. If you couldn't get them back in, the manager let the person leave. That's their job. Make them do it. You'll sell more cars. And the managers will be happier because they're getting involved. It's super important, especially now, because with inventories being really, really low, your number of opportunities is going to drop as well. You don't have the same opportunities because you don't have the same inventory. Inventory drives leads, leads drive traffic, and that drives sales. Now, the good thing is you're selling everything you have, so you don't need as many leads, you don't need as many opportunities, but each single opportunity is more valuable. That's why you need to maximize them. You need to be working smart. You need to tag to your partner, your manager, when you're in trouble. That's how every good tag team match works. When the one partner's in trouble, they reach over, they tag in the other person. They make the hot tag. Their partner comes in, gets a little momentum. Then, in great tag teams, that's when they do the double team maneuvers, right? The Dudleys. They did the 3D. Bubba Ray and Devon. They would drive somebody through a table. Did it together. FTR calls their move the big rig. But it's combo moves. That's how they finish their matches. Two people working together to finish it. That's how you need to look at every single sale. That's your championship sales move. Make sure you're tagging in the manager when you're in trouble. Make the hot tag, get momentum back, then you can go to work again. If you hit the roadblock and you just give up, you're guaranteed to lose. If you tag out, get a reset, then you can try to move forward and win. That's this week's Wrestling with Sales by Dealership Rescue. You can follow our podcast literally everywhere, and you can also visit our website at dealershiprescue.net. Looking forward to hearing from you. Any ideas you have for a future podcast? And if somebody would like to be a guest, we're going to have guests on really soon. Get some ideas from different automotive companies, hopefully some wrestlers. Talk about how you get through the day, what makes you win the match, what gets you to a championship level. Until next week, thanks.